This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Morning, guys. It was another big week on the show, and as per usual, Queen Kate arrived in style.
The guys were outside with the glitter bombs.
Yes, we do that.
So we did that.
So everyone clapped you in?
Yep.
The flowers arrived?
Yeah, cup of tea.
Terrific, we can move on then.
Fitzy and Kate did not hold back on Paul Wippa this week.
What's the fourth heaviest animal in Africa?
You want me to process that in my mind within 3 seconds?
It was a giraffe.
You were nervous someone was going to say
Wippa. You thought...
A whippopotamus?
Oh, well, I did not say that.
I'm a hippopotamus.
Kids say the funniest and most embarrassing things.
We were looking at a unit to rent, and my son told the real estate agent that I fart in the morning.
We were introducing ourselves to new neighbours.
Yep.
And my son was riding his scooter around, and he looks at the new neighbours and he goes, "Oh, my dad's is this big." And I was proud of him. He really gave me a good rap.
Generous.
My wife and I both looked at each other and were mortified, but I'm thinking this is good. He's got my back.
You got a friend in me. This reminded Wippa of a story that he'd once heard.
This mum has said that her daughter found an adult toy of hers and took it to school and pretended she was Harry Potter.
Rictus Sempra.
And was casting spells. Sally likes it.
My name's not Sally, you idiot.
We thought you were in character then.
We're not sure why, but Kate describing women's private parts can be quite tricky for her.
Well, I'm cool with that.
I'm all right with it.
Like, let's all grow up, guys.
Yeah,
What's that? Someone said it.
Yeah, and I've got one, so I'm allowed to say it as loud as I like.
Congratulations.
When Kate's daughter was a toddler, she took her to an art exhibition where there was a wall full of women's and you wouldn't guess what happened next.
My daughter points at one and goes, "Mummy, that's just like you!" I've never slapped her arm down so quickly because the room and people are like this.
Wow.
Which one?
Funny guys and hosts from the hit TV show Have You Been Paying Attention? We're in the studio this week.
It's the magnificent Champagne and Tommy Gleisner.
Welcome, guys. Good morning. Kate's done a lot of TV, Sam. I'll just give you a
I
heads
know,
up, mate.
no. What's the one I always think of?
Home and Away. That was her biggest.
What would you do, though, if you were on Home and Away?
Be a stalker?
Exactly, Baby Reindeer. I could Baby Reindeer the whole thing. Baby Reindeer Alf.
Flamin' mongrels.
This will come as a surprise to nobody, but Wippa developed early as a kid, hair-wise. So when the school swimming carnival came up, he had the perfect plan.
What you working with?
In year 9, I was so body conscious because I was the only one that looked like a gorilla. Like I was covered in hair that I was in the house called Bond.
James.
Oh no, 007. I shaved the letters B-O-N-D into my chest. So when I took off my shirt, everybody went, "Oh my God, that's hilarious," instead of have a look at Alan Bond's hairy body.
Oh my gosh. Wippa needed 3 towels just to dry off at the end of the carnival.
Get your Bond back on that one, Yeah, get your Bond back on that.
If only they shaved age into your back. As in bondage.
Yeah, I get it, Tom.
So what you working with?
The emotions that come with a first kiss are truly palpable. So when things go wrong, we need to hear all about it.
Karen in DY, you had a first kiss fail?
It was my 12th birthday, playing spin the bottle, and my youngest sister picked the bottle up and hit my boyfriend over the head with it.
Crack him open.
It knocked him out.
Oh, wow.
And then you kissed him, which was a bit weird, Karen.
Anytime I hear someone talk about nits, I immediately get an itchy head, and Kate is no different.
Why are you scratching your head?
No, because Tommy just started talking to me about nits.
Tommy usually says in the office, "Nits out for the boys."
Oh, no, I think that's different.
You can't say nits out for the boys.
Big nit energy.
Big
I can tell you that beat energy.
Kate's back end was a hot topic this week.
I guess this is back end, but when we...
I can't do anything about your back end.
my back end is
party's
fine.
gone to another level.
Okay.
There's a green light on your bum.
And a whole lot of traffic. No, absolutely not.
No, there's not.
I'm not at that intersection.
Oh, my gosh, is that a burst water, mate?
What's the name of that highway?
Stop talking about my bottom.
Leave tertiary.
I have a lovely bottom. Quite the powerhouse, apparently.
Take the M1, please.
We love a good nickname here, and apparently so does Sydney.
One of them, he likes to sleep around, so we all call him the Mad Rooter.
That's subtle.
I had a neighbour that had hairy feet, and we used to call her Unboots.
Wippa's had so many nicknames over the years, but the only problem is they're all said behind his back.
Last night, I accidentally got sent an email saying, "You've got mail." Wait till we tell Wippa what his nickname is behind his back.
The Big Rig, that's a good one.
That's not it.
The Beast from the East.
That's not it.
Wippa the Double Dipper.
We call you Carmichael.
Sorry, mate.
That's not my name.
Oh, and just quickly before I go, out of context, Kate.
Go to the red light district and just shut your eyes.
Out of context, Kate.
I have a lovely bottom. Quite the powerhouse, apparently.
Out of context, Kate. Fits in Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.